Hi everyone, Sailor Mars Ray here, and today I'm going to talk about folks out there who have a belief that Die Hard or Die Hard 1, since I believe there may have been at least 3 films in it, is a Yule film. Now, the grounds to why a lot of these folks bring up that, like to make a fight and say that it is that they'll say, oh, well, there was a Yule gathering in the film, in the beginning of the film, where John McClane was there when he was pulled aside and told, well, we have this bind with Fear Strikers. And then after that, the whole rest of the film is really about John McClane stopping the Fear Strikers and helping everyone that the Fear Strikers are, you know, have put in a bind. And another grounds that they bring up is like right before he ever shoots someone, he'll go, "Oh, happy Yule," and then he'll shoot them or something and blow their heads off, whatever. And at the end of the day, those are the only 2 things in the whole film that could, make it a Yule film, but loosely make it, very less makes it a Yule film. It just has those little small things in it. I mean, you know, mm, you know, and why a lot of folks will bring, that's why a lot of folks like to bring that up, you know. Now, it is true that, everyone has their belief of what a Yule film is or what is not a Yule film. Some folks will also say that Gremlins 1 was a Yule film too. Yes, it did take stead at Yule time, but it was but that yeah. Um but then again, you never hear anyone make a big thing and say that's not a Yule film, you know. When we get back to Die Hard, you see there are a lot of folks out there who believe that a who believe it's a Yule film. Now, yes, if you stop to think of it, yeah, there was a Yule gathering in the film, and yes, he does wish someone a happy Yule before he shoots them. But at the end of the day, that are the only 2 things in it. I mean, it doesn't really play into the saga or tell that much after that. But I guess if you want to say that it's a Yule film or not, there's not truly anyone stopping you from thinking that or believing that, you know. Now, there are many other films that are Yule films and then ones that are not. But then again, I'm not going to sit here and make a big fight for every one of these other films out there. You know, if you want to believe that Die Hard is a Yule film, then go right ahead. Yes, there is a Yule gathering in the film, I think in the beginning of the film, but I don't know, and after that it doesn't really come up anymore. And I guess you could say that, it is, since there were fear strikers that put folks in a bind at Yule time, and also I guess even at the gathering of lights or the gathering of followership time, which sometimes happens before Yule, but sometimes happens after Yule. Um, and I guess you could kind of say it is, you know, far and in yeah, very, it has the a little of it to be a Yule film. It has a little in there. You know, yeah, it does. I mean, if you have a Yule gathering in the film, and I guess if you're wishing someone a happy Yule before before you shoot them or something, which I think, goes Yeah, well, that is the little. It's a Yule film, but barely. It almost meets the full oversight. It puts a little in there just so it can be in the talk, just so folks can bring it up. Is it a Yule film or is it not? But not like other films that I have also talked about. Like there also are Yule fear films. Believe it or not, there are. Then there are also, all kinds of other kind of Yule films out there that are like Yule funny films, but they do that has something to do with Yule. And yes, there is some like Gremlins, where yeah, it kind of does happen during Yule, and they do have a lot of Yule things in it. So it can kind of get by it being it, because at least with that film there is a lot in there, so it could be a Yule film. Unlike Die Hard, where it just only has those two things. Now, if there were other things in that film besides those two things, then yeah, folks wouldn't be making a big deal about it. But anyway, if you want to believe that Die Hard or Die Hard 1 is a Yule film, then go right ahead. There's nothing stopping you from believing that or thinking that. Anyway, that's all the time I got. If you like this film, then follow me over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Watch the other film we made yesterday over here, when Tuxedo Max, or Evening Wear Hyde, talks about Sailor Moon and the Might Keepers offshooting from each other or having the same tropes. I, Sailor Mars, Ray, or Red World, and I'll see you later. Goodbye. Farewell.